Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Uncle Sam's Reject, and today I got a little something special for you guys. Again, another what-if scenario. With this Derrick Rose trade going on, the consensus around social media and all Knicks slash KD slash Carmelo Anthony fans seem to believe that if KD did in fact go to the Knicks, they're automatically a contender out of the East for the NBA championship. Now, this is without considering maybe if they get Dwight, maybe if they get Joakim Noah, maybe if they get any other big man. This is just strictly off of those three as a big three alone, and then Porzingis. So what I did was I went and made the move to put KD on the Knicks, move Melo to the 4, move Porzingis to the 5, and we're getting ready to sim it out through 2K to see exactly if that will happen. Now, what I'm doing here now is just removing minutes from a few bums who don't really need them because we don't really need any subs. And what I did go ahead and do in favor of Derrick Rose, it's my boy and everything, but I went and turned off injuries just to make sure that he will finally make it through a full season once again. Now, let me know in the comments below if you guys even think that KD is even thinking about going to the Knicks possibly. You know, some think it's a long shot, some think it's just a move that has to happen. Also, make sure you click the like button on this video and also hit the subscribe button for my page. Show me some love. I'm going to continue to try to put out good quality content for you guys on this channel. Now, what we're doing here, we're just going to simulate through the All-Star break just to see exactly where they'll be sitting at the All-Star break, what the statistics will look like, if who makes the All-Star team out of that bunch, if they're all averaging points they should be averaging, if they're pulling weight, if they're beating teams that they should be beating, or if they're completely bumming it up and stinking up the joint. Because we all know that's a possibility with these big name teams. They don't mesh well. Chemistry really doesn't go the way it should. So right now, you're looking at their record. They're sitting in the 6th spot in the East, 10.5 games back from first place Cleveland. KD, D Rose, and Melo are all averaging 20 points or more, with Porzingis rounding it up, averaging 12. KD, D Rose, and Melo have all three made the All-Star team. So that's a good look. That means the big three are doing their thing, man. That just means a couple extra stragglers need to give them some help. Let's go ahead and simulate through the end of the season here. No, we do not want to stop simulation through the trade deadline because we're not picking anybody up for this squad. So teeter-tottering back and forth between 6th and 5th place, losing the teams they shouldn't be losing to, like the Sixers. Russell Westbrook is the MVP, almost averaging a triple-double. Ben Simmons, the Rookie of the Year. DeAndre Jordan, Defensive Player of the Year. Tyronn Lue, Coach of the Year, 61 and 21. KD made NBA All-First Team. Derrick Rose made NBA All-Second Team. And Melo made All-NBA Third Team. So all three of them made an All-NBA squad, which is a good look for these guys. Lets you know they're looking pretty strong heading into the playoffs. They got good numbers. They did end up eventually finishing 15 back from the first place Cavs in 6th place. Derrick Rose ended up leading the team in scoring with 24. KD with 23. Melo with 20. So I think they're in pretty good shape heading into the playoffs. So now what we're going to look at here, we're going to go over to the playoff tree. Let's see. Knicks are taking on the Toronto Raptors in the first round. First game, lose by 8. D Rose and Melo and KD all did what they had to do. Game 2, the Knicks come back and bring it and pull it out by 3. Game 3, the Knicks are off into a hot start heading to the 4th, and they end up winning by 17 points. Melo, KD, and D Rose all three do their thing again. Game 4, 133 to 114. It wasn't even close. Melo came through with 45 points on them boys. And they lose game 5, 107-99. But we're heading back to the Garden, baby. They got to close it out. And they do absolutely that with a 142 to 73 finish. That shit was not even close. And the follow helped put in some work with 25. Now we're moving on to the second round against the Pacers. We're here in the Garden. We lose another game 1 at home by 7 to the Pacers. Game 2, moving on. Can the Knicks bounce back in the Garden? Yes, they do, with an 8-point. Melo and D Rose didn't really pull their weight. D Rose shot 2 for 13. That's pretty horrible. Now moving on to Game 3, and they get blown out by 29 points. Now we're moving on to Game 4. The Knicks come back, win 113 to 80. Hopefully the series doesn't go to 7. Don't want these boys to be tired for the next round because you know we're going to play Cleveland. And they lose again by 16. So here we are, with a 91-81 finish. Now we're going to go into Game 7. Can the Knicks pull it out and move on to the next round? And they do with a 7-point win. KD with 30. Okay, now the game y'all want to see. In Cleveland, Game 1. Knicks going up, and they blow these boys out by 19. D-Rose 37, Melo 27, Durant 11, 11, and 15. He shot like poo, but it really doesn't matter because he got the triple-double. Game 2 back in Cleveland. The Knicks are winning. They blow in the lead in the third quarter. They end up getting blown out as well. As you see here, the big three did what they could do against this Cleveland Cavaliers team. Your boy Bron coming through with 35 and 13. Tristan Thompson adding 18 off the bench. Okay, the Knicks and they blow a fourth quarter lead. As you see, they were up. They wasted a 47-point effort from Derrick Rose. Melo was horrible. 3 for 13 from the field, over 4 from a three-point line. That is not championship basketball, especially if you want to beat a team with the same caliber as the Cavaliers. Kevin Love and J.R. Smith were the leading scorers on that team. Melo and Kyrie didn't even do anything that game. And they lose again by 35. KD or Melo, they both only made 3 shots. They both shot 30% or lower. That's pretty terrible considering you're 2 of the best scorers in the league. Game 5, can they come back from a 3-1 deficit? And nope. Neither the Knicks are eliminated. So it's not as easy as people may make it seem. Melo had 35, Durant 21, D-Rose had 16 and 13, but in the end the Cavaliers are just too much. Let's go over a little bit of game stats here from game to game, Game 1 through Game 5. D-Rose had 37 first game, he had 27 the second. KD had 24, Melo had 20, LeBron had 35 and 13, Rose 27, Durant 24. This is the game that LeBron or Kyrie really didn't do much, and they still beat us by 4. That's when they gave up the big lead. Wasted a 47-point effort from Derrick Rose. That is absolutely trash. If Melo would have even played half the way he could play, but it looked like he was in foul trouble concerning that he only played. Never mind, that wasn't him. That was Lance Thomas who only played 19 minutes. So there's actually no excuse for Melo only shooting 3 for 14 from the field. It's actually pretty trash. He need to get to the foul line or do something. And then finally, Game 5, the game that put it all away. The game that Cleveland actually clinched, 121 and 114, Melo with 35-point effort. And moving on, so it looks like the Golden State Warriors on 2K actually was able to close out a 3-1 series lead against the Cavs. Going to look at the final playoff stats, Derrick Rose led the team again in scoring. And it definitely looks like with KD, 2K thinks that the Knicks are a contender, but it still looks like they're missing that X factor, which I think is a legit 5. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm out of here. Peace.